Will DeWeese admits he's outmatched. It's not a fair fight. The 43-year-old handyman has no legal training or law degree. Yet for 3 weeks, DeWeese sat in the Washington County Jail on burglary and theft charges with no lawyer. He was on his own to challenge prosecutors and navigate a complex legal system.
You don't know what's happening because they're speaking in a language that, unless you're trained, you don't know what it means, and they don't take the time to explain it.
Statewide, there are nearly 1,300 criminal defendants without legal representation. They haven't been appointed a lawyer.
You have a constitutional right to have representation.
Yes, sir.
You're not getting it?
No, sir.
What does that mean?
It means I'm scared. It means I'm nervous. I'm being pushed through the system.
The state's public defender system, which provides lawyers for those who can't afford them, has been underfunded for decades. But a backlog of cases from the pandemic has pushed it to a breaking point.
We are at a crisis in our public defense system.
In Multnomah County, defendants are routinely arraigned and then have their hearing dates postponed in hopes a public defender will be available several weeks later.
I went to court like 5 times and they're like, nope, no attorney for you.
Eric Lane, who's facing a single count of felon in possession of a firearm in Washington County, got so fed up waiting for a public defender that he decided to act as his own attorney.
So I've been here since July 27th. I went 40 days without an attorney, and I was like, out of desperation, I said, can I represent myself?
A week later, Lane withdrew his request for self-representation after realizing it was just too hard to get case files and review evidence in jail. Not to mention, he was in over his head.
I'm like desperate for help.
Not having legal representation right after an arrest can cause a cascade of problems for criminal defendants. Evidence can be lost or erased, and witnesses may become difficult to track down.
What have you lost in not having representation in these initial few weeks of your case?
You make me cry. I've lost time with my kids, time with my mom.
DeWeese believes he would have been released from jail sooner if he had a lawyer. He worries about his 2 children, missing work, and unpaid bills.
The toll is heavy, man. The price is heavy. It's me not being there to work and help and take care of the family in all the ways I normally do. It makes it 10 times harder for everybody else.
On October 5th, DeWeese finally got a lawyer. A judge appointed him a public defender nearly 3 weeks after his arrest.
Obviously, I've made mistakes. I'm here, but I'm not a bad guy. I'm not hurting people. I have nothing violent on my record, and you know, I just want to go home like anybody else. I just want to go home.